Hello and good afternoon to everyone. I hope you all are doing good. So our today's topic is mastitis. We will be dealing with mastitis. As we all know, mastitis is the inflammation of breast. So without any further delay, we will deal with mastitis. Definition of mastitis is it is an acute inflammation of interlobular connective tissue within the mammary gland. That means it is the inflammation of the breast or the mammary gland that is situated inside the breast. Anatomy of breast. Breasts are modified sweat glands lying on the pectoralis, fascia and musculature of chest wall. Second, it is surrounded by skin and subcutaneous fat. Third, transversely it extends from the side of the sternum to near mid-axillary line. Fourth one is vertically it extends from second to sixth rib. Rib means that rib cage of your body. Next we will be dealing with predisposing factors of mastitis, or it can also be known as the risk factors. So first one is damaged nipple. Damaged nipple means if your nipple is a little damaged, so it can lead to further mastitis. And premiparity, previous history of mastitis, maternal or neonatal illness, maternal stress, work outside the home, trauma, and genetics. These are all the predisposing factor or risk factor that contribute to mastitis, because any kind of infection or any kind of trauma can lead to mastitis. So the classification or etiology of mastitis. We can also know it is the etiology of mastitis. So the etiology of mastitis is first infectious, non-infectious, milk status and abscess formation. These are the etiologies of mastitis. So first one, infection. Most common pathogen is Staphylococcus aureus, means most common pathogen or bacteria we can say that causes mastitis is Staphylococcus aureus. Sometimes Streptococcus is also detected. In very minor cases, 1 to 2% of the cases, Streptococcus is the cause that leads to mastitis. But major cause of mastitis is Staphylococcus aureus. Non-infectious causes. It includes carcinomatous processes which causes hyperplasia of the cell, second leading to duct obstruction. Non-infectious means the things that does not cause infection but it alters our immune system. Okay, so first it includes this carcinomatous processes. That means it can be cancerous and also non-cancerous. So that leads to hyperplasia of the cell, and next leading to duct obstruction means the milk ejaculatory duct is obstructed, which leads to mastitis. Third is breast abscess. Now we clearly know that what is the meaning of abscess. Abscess means the formation of purulent, or in simpler word we can say that it is a collection of pus that develops in the breast. So in clear words it is written that a breast abscess is collection of pus that develops into the breast. Next, we can also say that it is most common in first 6 weeks. First 6 weeks means when our breast gets tightened. So in first 6 weeks of mastitis, we can see breast abscess. Second is 5 to 11% of mastitis cases affect further lactation in 10% of affected. No differences between group by age parity, localization of infection, cracked nipples, milk cultures. Last one is duration of symptoms, only dependent variable favoring abscess development. Fourth one is milk status. Stagnant milk increases pressure in breast leading to leakage in surrounding breast tissue. Milk itself causes an inflammatory response. Why milk itself causes inflammatory response? Because when milk is not ejected properly, it is contained in the milk and it causes duct to obstruct. That leads to mastitis. Milk provides medium for bacterial growth, and also milk provide a best medium for the bacterial growth because bacteria find it very easy to grow or to live in the milk. Now classification or types of mastitis. There are basically two types of mastitis. First one is purpural mastitis and second one is non-purpural mastitis. So we will be dealing with purpural mastitis. Purpural mastitis is the inflammation of the breast in connection with pregnancy and breastfeeding. Means purpural mastitis is the mastitis that occurs during pregnancy and breastfeeding. commonly. Second one is it is caused by blocked milk duct. It is mainly caused by the blocked milk duct. That means when the milk is blocked in the duct and duct are not able to get opened, so that they are obstructed. So milk is not able to come out of the nipple. So that causes purpural mastitis. Non-purpural mastitis. The term non-purpural mastitis describes inflammatory lesions of the breast occurring unrelated to pregnancy and breastfeeding. Apart from pregnancy and breastfeeding, when the mastitis occurs, means apart from pregnancy and breastfeeding, leaving pregnancy and breastfeeding, when mastitis occurs, it is known as non-purpural mastitis. Clinical features, we can also say it, sign and symptoms. So sign and symptoms of the mastitis is breast tenderness or warm to touch. Why there will be breast tenderness? Because there will be inflammation.